What was the difference for you guys in the fourth quarter?
Say that again.
What was the difference in the fourth quarter for you guys tonight?
Yeah, I think the defense was better. In the end of the day, I think, as you guys know, they were playing small, and we have a center out there with DC or Hansen, or even we went small a little bit, but we couldn't guard the rim, and they were taking shots. Prosper was making a lot of shots over DC. Then we put him on Meshack, and he didn't make that many. I think we were better also switching and veering back and being smarter in those positions. Defense was the key, and of course we kept making shots on offense. The problem wasn't on offense during the whole game; was the defense. When they play small like that and they just be at the perimeter, you got to bring you five out and create different difficulties for your defense. But finally, we had a good quarter on defense there in the fourth quarter, and that's the thing. Also, turnovers is a big thing. I think first half we had 13 turnovers, and the whole second half we had 4. So taking care of the ball is huge. You don't have them running at you in transition with easy baskets. So guarding better, turnovers, 19 points for them in the fourth quarter. That's the difference.
How important was Caleb's little stretch at the beginning of the fourth quarter to turn things around?
Yeah, I think he was. First of all, his defense was better. I always tell him, I know you're gonna hoop on offense, but you got to defend. You got to be active, use your hands, and I think he did that. He was active. He got a steal, layup in transition. So he was huge on their part, scoring from the bench. Him and Vid, I think, were great from the bench.
Have you seen Vid get more comfortable as he's played more games with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, he's, like I said, I've been saying this to you guys, and he's a smart player. He's quick decisions, and of course, he's known by his shooting, but not just that. He's a great basketball player. He can do a lot of things. He creates for others. He cuts, he drives, he kick out the ball. Very, very, very happy with his production.
Also, imagine for Caleb, it's not the easiest thing to be playing so well and being in the rotation and then seeing his minutes go down over the last week with people coming back. What have you been telling him to help him with that transition?
Just to be a pro. That's what he have now. He got I don't know how many games left, but he got to be a pro. And he got it. He understands. He knows that he's not going to be available every game because we got a bunch of guards that were out. And when they are out, he's going to be up there and he's going to have shots. He's going to have the ball. He's going to have the responsibility to carry us. But it's going to be nice that he's going to be out, and it's just part of it. And we got to go from there.
What did you think about how DC? I know you were talking about the defense, and there was a problem, but he was pretty successful on the offensive end. What did you think about him imposing his size on this smaller lineup tonight?
I think other than those open threes, which Prosper went for 7 for 8, and is probably his best shooting game of his career, but he was protecting the rim. He was rebounding on defense. He was rebounding on offense. He was shooting the threes, 2 for 6 or something. Finishing around the rim. I think DC was awesome. I told him all those prospect threes or the guys that shot over him, that's our foul. That's part of our scheme, and we want him to protect the rim. So we got to live with some of those. And some nights those guys are going to make shots. It's part of it. We got to understand that. Of course, we adjust throughout the game, and we have him a little higher. We have him switching a little bit more, and I think he had a tremendous game.
So those drop coverage are part of the strategy that was kind of designed pregame.
It is, because you got to protect the rim. It's not just threes. They shoot in threes because we kind of like giving them, but there's no easy baskets when he's under the rim. So this is part of it. There's rebounding. There's no easy baskets at the rim.
His old He's also got 3-on-3 on Hansen, and Hansen has been doing that kind of like high hand vertical jump, like cornet style defense. Was that the thing you asked him to do? Is that the right thing to do for him?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of it. I mean, we want him to be a little bit more, get out a little bit more and be a little bit more active. But, it's just probably not the best game for Hansen. He's still learning the distance that he got to be. I think DC, he reads the situation, and Hansen is still a little step behind. But he's getting there. I mean, it's just... a tough game for a big guy, a 7-footer like that. They play all smalls. They're running all over the court. It's just part of the matchups. You got to understand that.